Alright, in this video I'm going to review Client Ascension by Fazio. In this video I'm going to cover about what this business model is, the pros and cons. Is it still even a viable business model in 2026? What are some of the risks? Also, my team did a lot of research online to look at all the different people, what they have said about the program on places like Reddit and YouTube. I'm also going to be comparing this business model with the business model that I've been doing for the last 11 years, which is Rank and Rent, which is a business model where you rank websites at the top of Google's search engine for local services. If you search hardwood flooring, Pasadena, California, one of my Rank and Rent websites pop up at the top. This is a website that I own, and I own the phone number as well. This is my backend where you see all these calls being generated, and then every call is recorded, and the client is basically paying me monthly to continue to get these calls. Once these sites rank, they become very passive. So it's a very semi-passive business model that I'm a big fan of. And I'm going to compare it against what Fazio is teaching with his AI-assisted agency model. All right, so what he's teaching is doing a full suite digital marketing service, including email marketing, content and funnels, ads, and AI automation. To me, that's like a lot of work to do for a client, which is why I love Rank and Rent, where I can just simply rank a website and just sell the leads, because ultimately that's what business owners want anyways, which are more leads. When you start dealing with email marketing and AI automations, it requires a lot of ongoing work, and it gets pretty technical because you have to custom make different things for every single client. So let's just go over like how this business model works with Client Ascension. So first, you have to position yourself as a digital marketing agency. Basically, you have to choose a popular service that has clear demand and pricing. Things like email marketing or SEO or Google ads or meta ads. Then you're going to build some landing pages and some video sales letter to really show the client what your offer is and make it easy to understand. And then you're going to want to create some AI fulfillment systems that you can copy and paste. He has actually built a Client Ascension AI agents that can handle the copy, lead generation, funnels, content, and emails. Although, in my opinion, this is all going to change depending on what niche and what type of clients you decide to work with. The biggest problem as an agency owner is how do you continue to land clients? And what Fazio teaches is cold email for outreach using AI to help qualify leads and book calls. Cold email outreach is a big challenge because, first of all, unless you know what you're doing, you're using a pretty heavy tech stack. It's difficult to email people at scale without ending up in a spam inbox. And there's already really high level marketing agencies out there that are sending out hundreds of thousands of different emails each and every month. We've even tried that for getting SEO clients, and I'm telling you guys right now, it is way more challenging than it seems. This alone is going to require about $200 to $300 worth of softwares and different email inboxes just to do this. And in my experience, the results were extremely inconsistent. And on top of that, once you get somebody interested, then you have to close that person. Yes, this program provides scripts, decks, objection handling, and some deal support to close clients. But it's not that easy for a beginner when you have no experience, you have no case studies that you can show off a client. Why would anybody trust you or pay you to do anything when you're a brand new beginner? Which is, again, why I like the Rank and Rent model, is because you can be a complete beginner. As long as you rank a website to the top of Google search engine, you're going to start generating these phone calls, and we'll just send free leads to a business owner and get their interest first with results in advance, which is sending them real customers. Then once they have gotten real customers from us, then we reach out to them and say, hey, I'm the guy that was sending you those customers. Would you like to continue to get more? It's a much easier pitch when you can actually deliver real valuable results up front for free. With AI agency, you cannot do that because you got to set up all these custom things specific to their business, and you need login information, you need access to their ad accounts and all of that. So you can't really just deliver results in advance, which means this business model is very sales heavy. And again, running an agency is no joke because the client has to be satisfied each and every month for them to continue to want to pay you every month. And that's harder and harder to maintain as time goes on, especially if you're struggling to deliver results for them. What do you get with Client Ascension? You get some training videos, some SOPs, you get a Slack community, you get one-on-one calls with a assigned success coach, which I'm not a huge fan of because that doesn't mean you're going to get access to the main guy, Daniel Fazio. He has success coaches that you get access to. He seems to have an upsell where you get 2 monthly one-on-one calls with the actual coach. Daniel Fazio, it seems like he got his breakthrough success in 2023, leads and prospecting, which isn't that long ago. I've been doing rank and rent for over 11 years. So I got started in 2015. So to me, this guy is still pretty new to doing client work. All right, so let's take a look at some of what other people have said about this program on the internet. So on Reddit, we found some positive and some negative reviews. The positive review is semi-positive. He just said, took his course, currently still on it. So far, it's good though, since there are a lot of things. There's another post. I just joined a new AI program, started a cold email agency. I started at 0 and just hit 14K per month in the last 30 days. I will say with a cold email agency, it's difficult to maintain this monthly income on a monthly basis because cold email, no matter how good of a job you do, it begins to get less and less effective the more you do it because you start exhausting the amount of people that you can cold email outreach. Your email start ending up in the spam inbox more and more. We found a negative comment on Reddit as well that said, yeah, I did Client Ascension a while back, but it wasn't worth it for me. There was a shit ton of gaps and outdated info. Another comment on YouTube said, you're paying $980 per month to learn selling services in an oversaturated market where results are inconsistent at best, which is also another issue that I find with these kind of agency models is that cold email outreach, which is what he is teaching, that gets saturated quick because every student that he's teaching and other programs they're teaching is also doing cold email outreach to try to get these clients. So these business owners are constantly getting pitched with cold email outreach or cold calls all the time, especially by a lot of novices that can't really deliver results that well. And so a lot of business owners have gotten burned by these newbie agencies. And after you get burned once or twice, you're not going to respond to those cold email outreaches anymore. So again, that method where you're so heavily reliant on cold email outreach to get clients gets pretty saturated and very difficult every month. Whereas what I do with Rank and Rent, we cut through all the noise because as long as you are able to build and rank these Rank and Rent sites and start generating leads, you can see all these websites that are generating phone calls every month that I've built and I own and I ranked in Google. And as long as you're able to generate these leads, you got dozens of customers that are going to be begging to work with you. And of actually creating digital assets that actually solve business owners' problem, which is they have a lack of customers problem. Most business owners don't have an AI automation issue. They just need more customers. So when you can just build and rank websites in Google for like concrete or roofing or custom cabinets and just start generating these leads, it's so much easier to get a business owner to want to work with you, want to pay you because you already got customers. And once they start paying you for these leads, then they don't require any more hand holding. Whereas as an agency, you're always scared that the client might stop paying you. So you have to continue to do busy work to continue to try to satisfy that client. Whereas with my Rank and Rent business, because I own these phone lines and I own these websites, if the client doesn't pay me in any particular month, I can simply just start forwarding the calls to somebody else, their competitor, and start getting paid again. So this is why my clients have to keep paying me month after month because I can always just shut off their entire lead generation. You can't do that if you're just doing cold email outreach for clients or you're doing paid ads for clients, because if they decide they no longer need you, they can just stop paying you and they can just go with somebody else. So with that being said, guys, if you want to create real long-term passive income on the internet, you have to master the skill of ranking websites in Google that you own and control, that you can simply sell the leads to local businesses. In my 11 years of experience, I found that has been the easiest, most long-term, stable income that I've been able to create on the internet. So if you're interested in what I had to say, click the link in the description. I just launched a brand new Rank and Rent coaching program this year.